What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at you on another video, man. And today I'm going to talk about you had head coach Doug Peterson giving his weekly press conference today, and he basically campaigned to keep his job and also asked that he has more of a say so in personnel moves. Before I get into this video, man, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on my social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, I'm gonna have all that information down in the description box. May not always get a chance to respond to questions and comments on these videos. So feel free to DM me, and whenever I get a chance to, I'll get back at you. Come holler at your boy, yo. Doug, man. I'm gonna say this, man. As a person, as a head coach, as a leader of men, as a motivator, someone to get you through some really, really difficult trials. I love Doug Peterson, man. But I hate Doug Peterson right now as a play caller, and I hate him as an in-game decision maker as far as when to go for it, when to kick a field goal, when to punt. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where, the dilemma gets drawn at, with Doug, man. Like, and that's why this is tough, man, because I'm ready for some different plays, yo. I'm ready for a different offensive philosophy. I'm ready for something more modern, something more explosive, something more creative. But I love Doug as a head coach or overseer, kind of like a CEO, of the football team. Now, he basically campaigned to Jeffrey Lurie saying that, paraphrasing him that, he's won a lot of games here. He's won a championship here. He knows what it takes to win. Not only what it takes to win, but he knows what it takes to hold a Lombardi trophy with this team, this organization in this city. He's done it before and he knows that he could continue to do it. The fact that he also mentioned like he would like because basically word around town is Doug don't really get much say so. Jim Schwartz has more of a say so on personnel than the head coach Doug Peterson. Jim Schwartz basically is working hand in hand with Howie Roseman on who to bring in, who to re-sign, and who to let go as far as, players on the defensive side of the ball. Which granted, we know that ain't always been a good thing. I mean, you look at yesterday, man. I thought Sidney Jones was okay. Was he great? No. But I thought Sidney Jones could be a okay number two corner. They let him go. He actually at times looks okay in Jacksonville. Now I was okay with letting go Rasul Douglas because I felt like Rasul Douglas is not a natural corner anyway. Though to his credit, he's playing much better in Carolina as a starting cornerback than he did with us. And you keep guys like Avonte Maddox who's either injured or out there getting exposed. You keep guys like Jalen Mills who, just doesn't do anything basically. Like you playing guys like Nathan Garrett over Alex Singleton. Like it's just a real problem, man, with the personnel moves and the personnel decisions. Now, Doug, you could look at it one or two ways. Where Doug said he did say that he wants to be part of the solution. He wants more of a say so in the draft process, and he wants more of a say so on who we bring in as free agents. One way you could look at it is Doug really, feels like really wants to help Howie. Feels like he knows what his system needs to be successful, so we could go out there and put up points. Or another way you could look at it is Doug is basically saying in so many ways, look, I know how to coach. Like I know how to win games. I know how to have a productive offense. Howie Roseman don't know how to pick players. Like you look and I can't disagree with him. Like I tell people, like I've said for the longest, for me, Howie Roseman would have got, if it was up to me, Howie Roseman would have got fired after that Monday night game against Seattle. But when you have Jeffrey Lurie, who likes Howie Roseman, who's come out and said he's like a son to him, you know that he's not going to go anywhere. Now, there's rumors that John Dorsey helped with the draft process last year. Well, that didn't go well. Hurts, okay, he may look like he could be possibly the franchise QB. But at the end of the day, yesterday would have been nice to have Christian Fulton out there at corner. Like, granted, I know Hurts been playing well and all that, but it would have been nice, and I think Christian Fulton is hurt right now, but I'm just saying hypothetically. It would have been nice to have Christian Fulton or somebody else out there at corner yesterday or at linebacker, or another receiver out there. It'd have been nice to have Justin Jefferson out there instead of Jalen Reagor, who, man, I'm starting to worry, is he even a pure wide receiver? Like, are we trying to turn a strictly punt returner into a wide receiver? Which, we were successful with that with Deshaun Jackson back in the day, but obviously that was under a total different regime with Andy Reid. Like, Jalen Reagor does not seem to have complete wide receiver skills, whereas Justin Jefferson is a Pro Bowler as a rookie. Obviously, we're not even going to get started on DK Metcalf. Davion Taylor can't even see the field as a third-round pick. I mean, so maybe Doug letting us know, like, look, man, if y'all let me basically go in there with Howard and say, no, fool, we ain't drafting no J.J. Arcega-Whiteside over this guy like DK Metcalf, maybe everything could work out. Like, that's how Doug feel. I honestly feel like, whenever push come to shove, man, with Doug, you gotta kind of, in his situation, he gotta kind of blame it on somebody. He can't, not to say he don't take full responsibility for what's going on, but he felt like, hey, if I play Jalen Hurts make the offense look better. Hey, if I have more of a say-so on the personnel decisions, we may have a better looking roster. So, I cannot argue with him when it comes to that. And I feel like if we do keep him as a head coach, he does, I feel like, have to have more of a say-so on who we bring in, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But like I said, man, I love Dougie P as a head coach, love him as a motivator, but I still hate him as a play caller, man. Like, granted, we could have this, have that, and all this other, but what's up with this offense, yo? What's up with him not running the football? Howie Roseman did hit on Miles Sanders, to be fair to Howie Roseman. You don't use him. Like, he's out there and you don't use him, yo. So, as much as I agree with Doug when it comes to, maybe as him being a head coach and an offensive guy, having more of a say-so on the personnel decisions and all that, at the same time, the good players you do have, the Miles Sanders, Quez Watkins looks like a decent player, Dallas Goedert, and Jalen Reagor, we know he's not a pure wide receiver that's going to go out there and give you great volume as a wide receiver. Yo, use him more as he has a punt return skill set. Use him more with jet sweeps. Use him more with crossing routes. Use him more with go routes. Like, use him more with comeback routes. Give him the simplified routes that wide receivers that have speed but may not be yet technicians at running routes that could go out there and give them easy routes to run where they basically just using their speed and their athleticism to get open. So that's where I fall at with Dougie P. Yo, I hear you, and I do love you as a head coach, man. But unless you full-flooded, ready to just wash your hands, I'm just gonna focus on leading the team. I'm gonna hand this offense over to somebody brand new, coming with their own philosophy and their own scheme, and I'm gonna stay completely out the way. Unless that happens, Doug, you may have to go, bro. Like, I love you, but you may have to go, man. If you stay, I do think you should have more of a say-so, especially on the offensive players. But this offense that we running is absolutely stale, man. And honestly, man, as an Eagles fan, I'm tired of watching this offense show. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all today. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Hit the like button for your boy. Give me a subscribe, man. I'm going to have Philadelphia Eagles and NFL content throughout the year. Also, this coming Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific, I'm gonna do a live Q&A. Y'all come on there, ask me anything, tell me anything. I'll answer your questions, respond to your comments, and give you a shout out on the live, yo. Y'all should join me. It'll be some good stuff. Until then, yo, y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.